The National Association of Proprietors of Private School NAPPS FCT Chapter has elected a new chairperson, Mrs. Rukayat Agboola, for a 4-year term. The association, at the 2022 Transition Retreat for Outgoing and Incoming Executives, conducted an election with 217 voters for its new executive. Mrs. Rukayat Agboola emerged as chairperson, while Mrs. Lillian Ogwejofor was elected vice chairperson. Agboola said the theme of the retreat, restructuring NAPPS FCT for the future, would spur the new executive to improve on the progress of the previous administration. The chairperson called on relevant authorities to compel school owners to meet up with required standards as prescribed by the government in operating a school.
During my manifesto, my major point was professionalism that we want to bring into the association. We want to see that schools are run the way they should be run. We want to see that we follow the established rules by the Federal Ministry of Education and other educational agencies like FCT Education Department, DQA, that is the Department for Quality Assurance, Educational Resource Centers, and all other agencies that have one thing or the other to do with the development of education in Nigeria, and FCT particularly. My major focus is professionalism. We want to see that the teachers in our schools are well trained, not just on their subject area, but well trained teachers. When we mean well trained teachers, we mean those who have gone through the qualification of being a teacher, from grade 2 teacher, NCE, bachelor degree in education, master degree in education, and so on and so forth, and who also undergo many training to make them be granted as teachers. Education cannot be totally or 100% funded by the government. There should be contribution of individuals, parents, some NGOs, some group of people who could be kind enough to put it into education. The government on its part, at least they have a budget yearly. If the budget is well utilized, I think it will go a long way.
Mr. Stephen Bello, the outgoing former vice chairperson of FCT NAPPS, advised the new executive to work together as a team to achieve success during their tenure.
Generally speaking, the election went very smoothly. Of course, you cannot rule out some hitches here and there. There were hiccups along the way, but we were ready for all those challenges, and we very quickly overcame them. And at the end of the day, it was a very smooth election. Issues will be, the kind of thing you expect in the Nigerian setting, people not taking timelines seriously, not, bringing some supporting documents, to back up their claims and things like that. Those were minor, and of course, allegations of partialities from both sides of the, that kind of a thing. Each side, we always see you as supporting the other side. I think I can, but that is not strange to any person that is involved in the electioneering administration.
Also, Mrs. Angela Ajala, the Executive Director, Ladela Schools, who spoke on the presentation of NAPPS Constitution by law and financial policy, urged the new executive to focus on capacity training and be deliberate about stakeholders' engagement for a qualitative system.
We are in a transition mode. We've just had elections and we have a new set of people ready to take the association to the next level. So this is an opportunity for those that are outgoing and those that are incoming to have their handover notes and to begin to put in place the things that the new team will do. We will want them to focus on capacity training. We'll want them to be very deliberate with their stakeholder engagement. All the stakeholders that they should be engaging with, they must do it very well. They must build the capacity of the association, of their members, and they must make sure that the schools in the FCT are qualitative and follow the laid down procedures that government wants.
We held the election that brought in the new incoming executive in March this year, 2022. To the glory of God, we've been able to achieve quite a lot. In fact, our tenure seems to be like the most challenging tenure so far in NAPPS FCT. but we surmounted most of the challenges. As an association, we've always improved. I mean, from our predecessors, there has been an improvement, a wide improvement from what our predecessors did before we came on board, and compared to what we have been able to achieve. And I believe that things will keep getting better by the grace of God.